A very good evening to everyone. So today we are going to start with one more new session of ours in a new subject, that is the costing. So before going to start with the cost accountancy, new topic, new subject, let's have some announcement of the College Dekho. Yes. College Dekho is a channel who is providing you all the interactive live sessions, live classes, and one-on-one doubt clearing sessions at your convenience. Yes, all the services are provided by the College Dekho is only at per your convenience. Yes, whenever you are free, you may take the class. So, one and major USP of the College Dekho is they are making the batches of a limited students. Yes, per batch, per faculty, only 8 maximum student. The number of student counts may be decreased, but may not be is or extend more to the 8. Okay, and 24/7 discussion form is also available on College Deco, and that discussion form link is provided in the description box of this video. Plus, there is also one contact number of the College Deco, that is the helpline number. It is also given in the description box, on which you may call and ask your query. Plus, if you are already registered with a College Deco channel, so it is quite easy for you to interact with your faculty in a very easy manner. There is a no need to go for any n number of process to contact with your faculty. You can directly contact with your faculty while you enrolled for your classes on the College Deco. So this is all about the announcement, and all these things I already discussed with you. And if you are having any other doubts or query, you may have two choices. Second one is your contact on the respective number. So this is all for the announcement part, and moving ahead with the topic, that is the labor costing. As the title is said to me that yes, I have to take the introduction to the labor costing, so we're going to start with that only. And one more thing, those who are coming first time in our class, don't forget to like the video, subscribe the channel, and share too. And this type of platforms are rarely available on the medias, social media platforms. So coming with the topic, that is the introduction to the labor costing. First of all, what do you mean by the costing? Costing means the cost which we are going to be, or which we incurred. Going to be, maybe it may cost in our future when we need to be incurred, and maybe we already incurred in our past, maybe in our present we are incurring. So labor costing means the costing in which, when we are calculating our costing factors, we are calculating the cost of the labor in an organization, in an factory. Basically, costing is majorly done in the process while we are calculating the process of the or wages of the or bonus of the labor. So what are the techniques we need to be follow in this scenario? A very simple things. First thing, when we are labor, let's suppose we are labor. Okay, so what we need a wages, we need a bonus. Obviously, as when we are working, when we are doing some work for others, what we expected from that person, we expect that that person should give us some remuneration in return of the work which he has taken from us. Okay, so we, what the methods, what the process is going to be followed in terms of labor costing, that basic concept is followed by everyone, not by one or two organizations. So methods are given in a very familiar way to everyone. So this is what a labor costing. So let's start with the introduction point. You may ask in a comment section of that particular respected video. So moving ahead with the introduction to the labor costing. Come. Introduction to labor costing. What the labor achieved or get from his employer, or this costing may also known as employee costing. So what the labor doing? So they will get the bonus in that return. So first of all, we'll take the meaning. Employee cost is wider term which includes which includes wages, salary, bonus, incentives, etc. paid to the paid to an employee and charged to the cost to a cost object. Likewise, we'll see this thing, it is just like a what? His skills. Whatever his skills he is having, he's implement that skills or use that skills for that organization, and that organization is paying him in respect of his skill. So this is the basic meaning of the labor costing. Moving ahead with a topic with more further description points, let's come. In another words, in another words, benefits paid. Some benefits are already paid, maybe in advance, maybe in a past, or payable. That means right now we take the services from the labor or the employees and we will going to pay them in any future date. That is a payable. Okay. So benefits paid or payable to the employee of an entity, whether permanent or temporary, no matter that person is a permanent employee or a temporary, no matter, if they get something, no matter it's a benefit paid or a payable, right now he is getting that benefit, or maybe in a future date he may get the benefits, no matter in that. So what are the kinds or way? As in a basic way, we take that like a wages, salary, incentive, bonus. But in a detail, what that things are? Employee cost includes payments made in cash, cash or in kind. It includes it includes part 1, wages and salaries. Wages and salary. Second part B, that is allowances and incentives. allowances, and incentives. Part C, payment of overtime, payment of overtime. Part D, employer's contribution, employer's contribution to provident fund and other welfare funds. And last point, point number E, other benefits. What are that other benefits? As when we did the salary chapter in income tax, now we'll do 111 allowances treatment, how we treat for a particular person who is getting that type of allowances. We'll do in details in that. Little bit quite similar point I can say this thing that all the subjects are interrelated in a commerce. Like a costing, we calculate here as per the employer point of view because the expenses are coming out of his pocket only. And while we are calculating all this thing as per income tax point, so that time it is counted as an employee point of time as the taxes is going to be paid by him only. So this is the main concept, okay? So other benefits like a leave with pay. This is a very beनिफिशियल टाइप ऑफ अ बेनिफिट. लाइक मतलब छुट्टी भी लेते रहो, पेमेंट भी मिलती रहे, ऐसी जिंदगी में तो क्या ही कहें. लीव विथ पे, फ्री फूड, लीव ट्रैवल कंसेशंस, leave travel concessions, etc. So these are some points which we have to be considered while calculating the employee cost. Dekho, this one is a major one. This one is a major. Wages and allowances are the basic pay to the employee. Allowances and incentives like some bonus if they are getting. Okay, if they did something different, so they will get the incentives. Next is the overtime. As his working hours schedule is only 40 hours in a week or a 2 week, and if he had work for 50 hours in a week, so for the extra 10 hours he will get the overtime payments. Employers contribution to provident fund and other welfare funds. Yes, like a provident fund is created by the employers as per the provident fund act. According, if they are coming in that criteria, they have to be created that provident fund account. So in that provident fund, PF fund, employee and employer both are contributing some part of the salary in that. Okay, so that is the point in that way. So that is also the contribution. For that they are getting the benefit now. If their employer is paying or contributing in the PF fund, they are automatically getting some benefits from the employer side. And next is the, as I was very happy in this term, that leave with pay. So what is the leave with pay? Leave with pay, that means you are off to the office, you are not going office, and you are getting the salary. Your salary is not deducting from your total amount of salary for the leaves you taken in that time period. Free food, like a one food allowances is given to you in your office. Like suppose one time meal is providing you as a free of cost, so that is also the benefits. But these are the benefits which are not counted while we are going to understand, or in going to be full of detail about the labor cost, we're going to understand how to calculate the bonus. What are the perspective behind to behind the calculation of the bonus. So that's we're going to do in our another class. Right now we'll take in this topic in a little bit brief manner. Employee cost is of two types. Employee cost is of two types. First one is a direct, another one is a indirect. What do you mean by the direct employee cost and indirect employee cost? Simple. Direct means directly attributable to that particular point, and indirect means it is a not directly related to that. First, let's take one example. As I'm having right now my organization, I'm having a CA firm, okay, and I appoint a proper CA in my firm. So it's my direct cost. Yes, because that person will only do that CA work only. Second person, I appointed accountant, web designer, and other associated persons. So are they my direct employee or indirect? They are indirect because whatever they are doing, that is not exactly only for the purpose of the CA. Understood? So these two things we must have to understand. Like one more example. Let's we are having a manufacturing plant in our organization, and we are manufacturing this pen. We are manufacturing this pen. So this pen cost one labor, especially specialized in manufacturing of the pen. As you know, what are the material of the plastic coated in that only. His 24/7 work is only for the designing, manufacturing of this pen. And one of the other persons who are working in his direction, sometimes they are working in his direction, sometimes they are working in another person's direction. So they are the indirect labor cost, as they and other processes too, they are come under the indirect cost. And when is there anything like a indirect labor cost, so we don't calculate that? No, we will calculate that, but we'll take it as an our overheads department and calculated their total amount and a portion meant to be created while calculating that thing. Let's take one example. What is that apportionate means? Let's take one example like electricity bill. As in our home, we are having three rooms, one kitchen, okay. Electricity uses totality of bill which come in our next one, that's the 10,000. How do we calculate which room consume more electricity than the another one? So what we'll do, we'll make a sub meters in that other rooms. So it will be easy for us to calculate how much what this room can. Uh, let's suppose bill is your 10,000. Our five rooms, matlab including the kitchen, 100 watt units is arises in all. So what we'll do, we'll take this 10,000 and divide it in this apportionment. This is the way we treat indirect cost. Same in a costing indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses. After that, there is no other indirect. Okay. So all these three indirect comes under the overheads and we'll take it as an are directly engaged in the production. Next one, not directly associated with the production. Can be can be easily identified and allocated to cost unit. It is apportioned on some apportionate basis. Point number three, it varies with the volume of production. It may not varies with the volume of production. What do you mean by the volume of production? As I took one example, like as I'm having a CA firm and I appointed chartered accountant for my firm to do work for the firm, and another side I appointed accountant who is also working for me in my firm. What is that difference? CA whom I appointed for the work is having the direct relation to my firm. What whatever the revenue, whatever the volume, whatever the totality is earned in from that work is varies by that person only. And second one is it may not varies with the volume of production. Like an accountant work is like, if they are having some work, okay, they will do. If the firm having no work right now, let, because that person need not fight for the work for the organization, but the person who is having a direct relationship for that work for the organization, they will passionately try to increase the work for the organization. That is the volume of production they can. Anyone having any doubts, you may ask. Okay, converging this thing only in a Hindi way to एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट और लेबर कॉस्ट. क्या होता है लेबर कॉस्ट? लेबर कॉस्ट बेसिकली कॉस्ट होता है जो एक लेबर को एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एक फैक्ट्री वाले लोग पे करते हैं क्योंकि लेबर की मेहनत को उन्होंने यूटिलाइज किया है. क्या होती है लेबर की मेहनत? हार्ड वर्क भी किया करवाया जाता है, स्किल्स वर्क भी करवाया जाता है. ओके. बेनिफिट्स जो भी होंगे उसको पेड हो सकते हैं या पेबल हो सकते हैं. पेड यानी कि ऑलरेडी पेड इन पास्ट, और पेबल यानी कि अभी ड्यू है, फ्यूचर में पे किए जाएंगे. इसके अंदर आपके 5-6 कैटेगरीज आ जाती हैं: वेजेस एंड सैलरी, अलाउंसेस एंड इंसेंटिव्स, पेमेंट ऑफ ओवर टाइम, और बेसिकली ज्यादातर हम पे करते हैं ओवर टाइम वेजेस टू दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन. ओके. नेक्स्ट वन इज एम्प्लॉयर्स कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू प्रोविडेंट फंड एंड अदर वेलफेयर फंड. जैसे अदर वेलफेयर में आपका पीएफ तो यहाँ आ गया, ईएसआई हो गया, इंश्योरेंस वगैरह हो गया, इन सब में भी एम्प्लॉयर अपना कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट देता रहता है. फूड सर्विसेज वगैरह भी उनको प्रोवाइड की जाती है. लीव वगैरह पे भी जैसे कुछ पेमेंट की जाती है कि भाई अगर आप लीव पे हो तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तब भी आपको आपकी सैलरी टाइम टू टाइम मिलती रहेगी. दैट इज द लीव विथ पे. So this type of some benefits is also providing to them. But are we have need to be calculate that all the things in this chapter? Answer is completely no. तो अब हमें इस चैप्टर में क्या चीजें आगे पढ़नी है? इस चैप्टर में हमें जो चीजें अब आगे पढ़नी है वो है कैलकुलेशन ऑफ लेबर कॉस्ट. How do we calculate the labor cost, their incentives, their benefits? We are having some authors. Those give their research, Those give their formulas, how they work, how they implement, how they use. Whatever that are, join the class. We'll do discuss there, or we'll try to soon take that topics too in our YouTube classes too. And next is our employee cost is divided in two parts. One is your direct, second one is your indirect. Direct is basically directly engaged to the work of that organization. Indirect is not directly associated with the production, can be easily identified. It is on the apportion basis. I give you some examples too. And his volume of production is totally vary as per their work in terms of a direct and indirect. There is a no vary of the production. So this is all about the introduction to labor cost. Soon we'll meet with another session of ours in terms of other topics. And I hope you liking these videos. And if you like the video, don't don't forget to comment your feedbacks too, because that helps us to motivate more. So when we are getting motivated more and more, we'll do more and more for you guys. Okay. So there is so many things upcoming are here on the College Dekho channel. So stay tuned with the channel and don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel.